Get ready to hear the truth about America. A news show that isn't allergic to the facts. The Bold Conservative. Now, here's your host, James Ledbetter.
Good morning to all my bold conservatives out there. Hope you had a wonderful couple of days. Today, we will be discussing how the Pentagon says that a top general from Iran was killed in the airstrike ordered by President Trump. And the left is triggered. Hold on to your mega hats. This is the Bold Conservative Show. So as you heard in the intro, the Pentagon says that Trump ordered airstrike that killed a top Iranian general at the Baghdad airport. So President Trump ordered the U.S. military airstrike Thursday that killed General Qasem Soleimani, the leader of Iran's elite Quds Force, in an airstrike near Baghdad's airport, the Pentagon said in a statement. At the direction of the president, the U.S. military has taken decisive defensive action to protect U.S. personnel abroad by killing Qasem Soleimani, the head of Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps, a U.S. designated foreign terrorist organization, the Pentagon said in a statement. So, the Iran Revolutionary Guard is indeed labeled a terrorist organization. Keep that in mind as we go through this podcast. They are terrorists. They are known terrorists and they fund terrorism. All right. So the Pentagon said that Salami was actively developing plans to attack American diplomats and service members in Iraq. Abu Mahdi, whatever, I can't pronounce none of these stupid names, the leader of Hezbollah, known as the Popular Mobilization Force, an Iraqi paramilitary group that attempted to storm the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad on December 31st of 2019, was also reportedly killed in the drone strike. The Pentagon said in its statement that Salami directed the attack on the embassy. So the man that directed the attack on the U.S. Embassy in Iraq was killed. A known leader, a terrorist leader, who is the head of a terrorist organization, according to U.S. intelligence. So, now that we have that understood, the American and Israeli enemy is responsible for killing the Mujahideen. I can't pronounce some of these stupid names. The Iranian government supports Hezbollah, another known or a terrorist organization. So here you have the leader and supporter of two terrorist organizations who was killed in these airstrikes. So here's the thing. This triggered the Democrats. so bad. Biden on Salami assassination. Trump tossed a stick of dynamite into a tinderbox. Joe Biden, the one that stutters and says a bunch of stupid things that sounds like child molesters say. He sounds like a child molester when he talks, but yet we're supposed to take him seriously. So, according to Breitbart, former Vice President and 2020 Democrat frontrunner Joe Biden on Thursday reacted to the assassination of top Iranian military commander General Qasem Soleimani. Accused President Trump of tossing a stick of dynamite in a tinderbox. So this is what Joe Biden had to say. No American will mourn Qasem Soleimani's passing. He deserved to be brought to justice for his crimes against the American troops and thousands of innocents throughout the region. He supported terror and sowed chaos, Biden said. None of that negates the fact that this is a hugely escalatory move in an already dangerous region. So apparently, according to Joe Biden and the rest of the insane, retarded Democrats, we're supposed to just let Iran attack our embassy, our American people, and we're not supposed to do anything about it. Well, it makes sense. It makes sense that he would say that. If you remember Benghazi, if you remember the lies that the Obama administration told, after our embassy in Iraq was attacked by Iranian militants, on Tuesday, President Trump immediately did two things that proved he learned the lessons of the Obama-Biden Benghazi debacle. First, keep this in mind, folks. First, Trump told the American people the truth about what happened. Second, he immediately sent help to protect our diplomatic staff. Those were the two things he did differently than Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and Joe Biden when it came to Benghazi. For those that aren't aware of what happened in Benghazi, here's the thing. Benghazi was attacked just like the embassy in Iraq was attacked. The only difference is when they called for help from the from the Benghazi embassy, the Obama administration ignored their cries. Hillary Clinton ignored their cries. They ignored their cries of warning. They literally was calling for backup. Please help us. Please help us. And Obama and Hillary Clinton were busy having a party to even worry about what was going on in Benghazi. And you heard it in Hillary Clinton's voice when she was asked about it before Congress. She said, at this point, what difference does it make? Excuse me, Hillary Clinton. It makes a big, big difference in the way that Obama handled things and the way that President Trump handled things. So imagine my shock that the Democrats are triggered over this, completely triggered, pitching fits and whining because we attacked a terrorist organization. Biden said himself, this man deserved what he got. He was a terrorist. But then he goes on to condemn Trump attacking the airport there, which is insane. So the Democrats literally defend terrorists. They love terrorists, they love terrorism, and there's nothing you can say that's going to make them think any differently. The two decisions made sound like common sense, of course. Common sense would have it, if your people is being attacked and you have a military, it's time to send your military to help your people. That's common sense. So these two decisions makes a lot of sense, a lot of common sense. Might sound like the right and decent things to do. Might sound like no-brainers, right? Unfortunately, after 8 years of failed Obama-Biden administration common sense and decency that they claim are not what we expect from our government and our political leaders. So keep this in mind. On September 11th, 2012, a group of Islamic militants attacked the American consulate in Benghazi, Libya. And the result, due to Obama's refusal to act, was not only 4 dead Americans, but a desperate cover-up, aided and abetted by what we now know is a fake news media. So not only did Obama lie about Benghazi, but then you had CNN, MSNBC, and all the other fake news medias helping him cover this up. What, did he have a problem? Did they have a problem with the ambassador of Benghazi? What did he do to deserve to be ignored? His family was murdered in front of his eyes. And then when they got finished murdering his family and his close relatives and friends, they tortured him. They hit him with cattle prods. They brutally sodomized him. They cut him, they beat him, and literally just like he was not even a human being. He was almost unrecognizable when they found his body the next morning, after Obama and the Clintons and the Bidens all ignored his pleas for help. So you have that on one hand. The cover-up basically said that the Benghazi attack was a total surprise. No one could have seen it coming. This is the lies that the media were telling us. No one knew the consulate required additional security. There was no intelligence that told us an attack might happen. This is CNN. Keep this in mind, CNN, the same news organization that hates Trump so much that they're willing to lie on purpose to try to make Trump look bad. The same CNN kept pushing this and saying that it was conspiracy theories, right-wing conspiracy theories, that the embassy was ignored. Then we found out the truth later. But the attacks, they kept saying that the attacks were spontaneous. It was a spontaneous attack that grew out of a protest over a YouTube video critical of Islam. So let me get this straight. The Democrats, they defend Islam. Islam, the same religious ideology that says you should murder gays. They say that women have no rights at all. No rights whatsoever. As a matter of fact, they say that it takes 2 women or 3 women or 4 women, I forget the exact number, but it takes more than 2 women to testify against one man. So if the man rapes a woman, it takes about 5 eyewitnesses before the Islamic law will do anything. And then they're lucky if they do anything. So here's the thing. This same ideology that attacked Benghazi is the same sick, twisted ideology that attacked our embassy in Iraq. The same sick, twisted ideology that tells you that women are lesser beings than men. But the Democrats love it. They defend it. And they cover up the lies. And we're still being lied to. If you listen to anything that CNN says about Benghazi, they defend Hillary Clinton, they defend Barack Obama, they defend Joe Biden, regardless of what the facts are. And they call us conspiracy theorists because we're concerned with the way that these things were covered up. Was there any impeachment trials against Obama? Nope. Was there any trial, I ain't talking about testimony, I'm talking about trial against Hillary Clinton? Nope. Even after she said, and she asked, at this point, what difference does it make? Really? It makes a lot of difference. It makes a lot of difference when American citizens are murdered. So that's what they were trying to do in Iraq. They were storming our embassy, trying to do the same thing to our people as they did in Benghazi. So how can you possibly defend this move? Or from these crazy lunatics, man. I mean, I'm in awe that the Democrats are defending these lunatics that wanted to murder U.S. citizens and would have if we weren't on top of things over there. Trump said that within a few minutes of the call, there were military helicopters, airstrikes, everything. The helicopters' wheels were off the ground within 13 minutes of the call for help versus Benghazi, where nobody was sent till the next morning after the ambassador and his family were murdered, brutally murdered. So keep that in mind as you're listening to these insane lunatic leftists who claim that President Trump is dangerous. How is Donald Trump dangerous when you have these lunatics like Joe Biden condemning him protecting U.S. citizens? This should really be a wake-up call to Democrats. If you love America and you love our sovereignty and you feel that all Americans should be defended, then you really need to rethink who you vote for in 2020. Because the Democrats aren't your friend. The Democrats could care less about you. And they prove it every single day. Every day that we go through this. Every day that we hear their sick, twisted ideologies, it should be a wake-up call. It should be a wake-up call for everybody. Because if the Democrats get power ever again, That's why so many people are walking away from the Democrat Party. They're walking away for a reason. There's a serious reason why. And we need to really pay attention to this, because this is what's really going on. This is the real world. The real world is not Facebook. The real world is not Twitter. The real world is what's going on. We're being lied to. We're being cheated by the media on information. They have the correct information. Trust me. There's no way that they don't. They have the correct information, but they choose to withhold that correct information to push a narrative. So now you have all of these sick, twisted Democrats and alt-left activists running around on social media pretending that President Trump done a bad thing, that President Trump was wrong for attacking these individuals. And it's just insane, folks. You have to really think about this and shake your head in awe, because it's like the cover-up. We're still being lied to, folks, about Benghazi, even after the truth came out, and the truth was confirmed that Obama and Hillary Clinton ignored the pleas for help. Come on, folks. So it's not a surprise to me that Joe Biden would defend Iran over American citizens. It's the same thing during him and Obama's administration. They sent millions of dollars on a pallet overnight behind American taxpayers' back. Didn't explain why they sent all that money to Iran. Didn't explain it at all. They just did it. They didn't care what you thought about it. They just did it. They sent your hard-earned tax dollars over to Iran. So yeah, it's no surprise to me. What are we going to do, right? What are we going to do? Are we going to pretend like this never happened? Are we going to condemn President Trump for doing the right thing? This is what the Democrats want you to do. Regardless of what President Trump does, they want you to think that he's a bad man. They want you to completely condemn President Trump so that you don't vote for him. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm cutting it about 5 minutes short today. I thank you all for listening. I thank you for paying attention each and every day, because this is very important that you pay attention and that you share this with others. Don't let the Democrats get in power, because we'll have another Obama situation on our hands. If a Democrat had been in power and the Iraqi embassy was being attacked, we would have had another Benghazi on our hands. So think about that. Think long and hard. I thank you all for listening. Each and every one of you. Do me a favor. Consider supporting us. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/theboldconservative. I thank you all for listening. Each and every one of you have a great, great day. Before we let you go, take a moment to consider one of our sponsors. Rogue Energy was founded in January of 2017 to be the best performance drink in the world. The founders of Rogue Energy have developed a premium nootropic stack in the form of a delicious energy and focus drink. It is designed to replace unhealthy canned energy drinks, coffee, and even traditional pre-workouts that can cost you an arm and a leg
and can be a big drain to your budget. I'll order them in bulk and drink them daily. The mix is easy to make and has the effects of coffee with a kick. I mix a drink when I first wake up, and that gets me going with my day. I recommend the watermelon flavor. One tub gives you 30 servings. Rogue Energy is super and sugar-free and is loaded with vitamins, antioxidants, and nootropics. The founders designed Rogue Energy for the emerging professional and competitive gaming market, and it continues to have fantastic carryover and success with students, athletes, entrepreneurs, and anyone looking to optimize their mental and physical performance. You can get there by using the link in the description. Also, during checkout, use the promo code BOLDWITHJAMES and get an additional 10% off of your order. Order your Rogue Energy kits today.